And there you go.
Time to party. Sam, are you sure it's yes?
No, I was wrong. It's true.
Oh, yeah, I knew you were wrong. All right, the next 9 questions. Wow, 9 questions. So, yeah, for the next half of this, we will review the PTC tasting study with different data. And we see that information below. Let P1 be the portion of females who taste the PTC, and let the P2 be males. All right, so use this data, use the data in the table to find P hat number 1, round to 3 decimals.
Which that was X1 over N1. I'm guessing we're just making females as 1. Yes, P1.
We're using the sample thing. So the X1 is 70.
Yeah, P1's females, P2's male.
Okay.
So
inference of 2 proportions.
The N is 70 actually. X1 is 52. N1 is 70. X2 is 42 and N2 is 59. So what's being asked? The
P hat 1, so X1 over N1.
So
okay, we're doing can taste, right? Can taste. So it'd be the 52 over 70.
Oh, right.
So is it 0.743?
Yes, P1 is those population who can taste PTC.
Okay.
Is female.
So yeah, it'd be 52 over 70. So yeah, 0.743 would be right.
Okay. Let's do P2, which is males. Yes, males. So 44 over 59.
Yeah. So 0.712.
It's like the first time that the statistics make really easy sense.
The other stuff you just look at it, you're like, I don't really even know what we're doing, but I just know we're supposed to do it.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't really get taught why it's that way, you just know it is. Which set of hypotheses is appropriate for addressing the research question?
So our question was, is the proportion of females who can taste PTC different from proportion of males?
Well, the female is higher.
So
it'd just be not equal to, right? Because it's different.
Right?
Yeah.
They didn't say, and so it'd be is it the top one or the bottom? What's the difference between the top and the bottom?
I think it's the top one.
No, it's the bottom.
P1 is equal to P2.
Oh, the bottom one.
Never mind. Wait, is the P hat? So does P hat matter? No, right?
Yeah, it's the
That's the only difference on 1 and A and D is the second part is P hat or not.
Right.
It should be.
It's the first one, right?
Should be A, right?
The P hat is the sample, but we're trying to determine if the sample is telling us if the true thing is different or not.
I agree.
Yeah.
So
it's an A?
Yeah.
Yep, so A. Yeah. Create a 95% confidence interval for P1 minus P2. Input your answers. What is the point estimate for this 95% confidence interval?
Point estimate, is that the p-value?
P1 minus P2 is what they're asking for.
Oh. So P1 0.71, no, 0.743 plus 0.712. 0.031.
Why do we?
Oh yeah, it's a confidence interval.
I don't remember what we were supposed to be doing here to get this.
Okay, hold on. What is the point estimate of 95% interval? Hold on. Let me see.
There is an Excel file, just so you guys know. I'm just looking at that. And this is a 2 proportion, right? This is 2 proportions.
yeah, the two proportion thing. So standard deviation, the C-score is the 0.394, p-value is 0.347, and check the requirements is.
So just really quick here, just so I can make sure I know how to input this right. So if we're going back to this model here, it's out. So this one asks for the inputs are x1, n1, x2, n2. Right. So x1 is 52, right?
Yes.
And then it's 5270 and
4259.
Okay, I just want to make sure that I was on the right thing. Okay, so confidence level of 95, and this one they said it was, what was they wanted minus, right?
Yeah.
Oops. Or no, we're doing the point estimator. Okay.
Hold on, let me see my video here and find out where's the
I don't know. Have you guys looked at this? Oops, hold on. I got to get out of full screen. Have you guys looked at this too?
I have not looked at that yet. No.
This is the categorical data analysis spreadsheet.
Categorical data.
That's what I got.
So confidence interval for P1 minus P2, we have that and that, the p-value and the z. So what is it asking for exactly? It's asking for, what is the point estimate? So is that the p-value?
What I asked earlier, if that's the p-value, let me go check back the
margin of error, low bound, upper bound. It's not asking us for a p, so I'm guessing that has to be the p.
Hold on. The p-hat. P-hat is the estimates.
P was the p-value,
the p is the proportion. Let's see.
We're looking for the point estimate.
I don't even remember talking about point estimate in this week's lesson, or this half of the week's lesson.
So create 95% confidence interval for P1 minus P2. Input your answer in the point estimate margin of error, lower bound and upper bound. So, oh, okay. So that's what it is.
So it is the p?
It's the p-value is the point estimator. The C-score is the test statistics.
Yeah.
And what type of test are we doing? Not equal to?
Not equal to.
So,
so is it? So I'm confused. So is it Z or is it P?
The P.
Well, it's
okay.
not Z, yeah.
Because the C is always the test statistics.
Right. Okay. So P is 0.693. The margin of error, and if I'm getting this right, is this the lower bound, upper bound right here?
I think so.
Okay. So I use this minus this divided by 2. I get the 1.54. 0.154 for the margin of error. Lower bound, I get a negative 0.123. And upper bound, I get a 0.185. With alpha equals 0.05, what decision do you make?
So you get a negative on your lower bound?
According to the confidence interval, right there.
0.123 and 0.185. Okay.
I always find this funny, like they don't use Excel very well. So it's like, okay, if these
95% of interval.
If these are greater than 10, so why wouldn't you use like conditional formatting and say if they're greater than or equal to 10, then they should turn green. Like, doesn't that seem simple for them to do?
You would think.
Because they want us to use our thinking brain, make it more complicated. So
I guess.
anyways,
Okay, and then okay, so it's alpha is 0.05. So our p-value is definitely greater.
Way bigger.
So that means we have more data to reject the null, right? But is this different? Because this is asking to reject the null or reject the alternative.
So we're failing to reject, right?
fail to reject the null or the alternative. It's the alternative.
Yeah, so we reject the null, right? I thought if it's greater than, we have more data to prove, so that you reject, and if it's less than, you fail to reject. Because that's how I kind of finally try to figure that out in my head. Is that wrong?
I was thinking if it was under the alpha, then you were able to reject.
Uh-huh. And if it is higher, it's failed to reject because you have sufficient evidence. Is that right?
Yeah, if you do
the
reject,
p-value is
then you
less
reject
than
the evidence.
alpha, then we reject the null. Yep, you're right. I mean, I get that backwards. The p-value is greater than the alpha, then we fail to reject. Okay, I'm sorry. Gosh, we've been doing this for weeks, and I still screw them up.
They
still get confusing.
They word it so awkwardly.
Yes, they do.
So the 95% thing, what is the z times on that one?
I think that's 1.96, isn't it?
1.96. So that is 1.3. 1.96.
So now, what's the following statement? How do you say that in English?
So we fail to reject the null, which means we do conclude that it's the same, right? We conclude that it's not different, or in other words, it's the same.
Right. So we have sufficient evidence.
There is sufficient evidence to suggest that the true proportion of female who can test PTC is different from the true proportion of male PTC. Is that D? Oh, no.
Yes.
It says insufficient, sorry.
But that's the only one that makes sense, because it's saying
I think it's that one.
we don't have evidence to show that they're different.
Right.
So there's not enough insufficient. So there's insufficient evidence to suggest
that it's different.
That's why we fail to reject. Yeah, I think that's right.
That makes sense to me.
Okay, we can move forward. It's we'll figure it out. Okay, nine questions. Next 9 questions, we review the mortality rates. Study different data out of 118,000 people who had heart attacks during da-da-da-da. Let P1 be the portion of patients who had a heart attack and were admitted on a weekday.
And died.
Wow. And died.
And died. Okay, so X1 then would be 16.
X1 is 16,713.
And then the N1 would be 18.
11,855.
Right?
Yes.
11,8.
X2 is 6155.
Yes.
So I'm just making sure.
And 42,447.
N2 is 42,447.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we got that down. Alpha's 5, so that means we have a 95% confidence interval. The confidence has been true. Do you think those are over 10 right there? Do you think?
I think it's slightly over 10.
Yeah, it's a smidge. I think that's true. Set the hypothesis of the appropriate. So what is their question, though? Is the proportion of patients who have heart attacks and are admitted to the hospital on a weekday who die less than the proportion who da-da-da? So is P1 less than P2, right?
So it'd be the last one, right?
Equal to or less than.
Yeah.
So p hat number 1 should be 0.141. P hat number 2 is 0.145. Z-score is negative 2.020. Interesting. Okay, given the z-score for the last value, which should you shade? To the left or the right of the z-score for the p-value? So
It's the
p-value
left.
0.043. Yeah, less than should be left, right?
If it's a negative, it's the left.
Um,
Let me see.
I think so.
There's a positive is always to.
Well, but it's asking us to shade, not which side it's on. It's asking me which, but on a less than, usually you do the left, right?
Yeah, that's what I would think.
Okay, well, let's move on.
Let's see. Let's put it on. Negative 2.02.
P-value 0.043. What is your decision? Our p-value is less than, so we reject. Now, which of the following best summarizes? So there is sufficient evidence that there's less than is essentially what we're looking for, right? There's sufficient.
Yeah, it's the third one, right?
One.
Less than.
What number are we now? Sorry, I was trying to figure out something.
Number 20.
We're done.
So number 19, we failed to reject.
No, reject.
Reject the null hypothesis. Okay.
Yeah. You caught up? You good?
Yes.
Okay, I'll submit and we'll see where we're at.
Put that away now, please.
I don't want to put it away.
My son has been chowing down cookies here.
Tell him he can't have any more unless we get some.
I just want to give you some. Yeah, thank you.
Well, missed 2.
Which one did we miss?
How do we miss the p-value when everything else is correct? And the
what did you put in?
0.043. It shows it right there.
The p-value is 0.022.
It's because of the type of test we did.
Oh, did I? Oops, I forgot to change my thing.
You didn't change it to less than?
My bad. My bad. Okay, so I know I got that one wrong. And what else?
What else?
It was 0.022.
The point estimator for the 95% confidence interval.
Sick.
You got number 6 wrong.
What number is that? Number
6.
6?
So how would you do that?
Number
so
6.
you guys looking at that while I redo my test here real quick.
Okay.
The point estimate.
Number 6.
And get caught up with you.
Point estimator. Hold on. We'll go back and redo the form.
What is the point estimate?
Hold on. Let me just put in back the other information that we have.
Do we ever have to use, I mean, at the top it talks about using the normal probability applet, but we never used it. Is there a point we should have used the probability applet? I mean, I didn't see one.
Point estimator. Hold on just a sec. Let me pull back to our video, our lesson, just a sec. Point estimator.
We're doing.
What is? And what kind of lesson are we on? Inference for 2 proportion.
Point estimate difference. Where'd it go?
Comparing to population proportion within different sample.
So the point estimate, I guess, is P1 minus P2.
P2. So
What were our,
for that, P1,
0.743 minus 0.712. Oops, 0.743 minus 0.712. So would it be 0.031?
points, so where's the P? So 1 point, negative point, hold on.
Okay, I've caught up with you here. So if
0.123.
it's just P1 minus P2, that's it?
Maybe. I'm just looking up online here.
That would just be 52 minus 42. That's 10.
Wait, wasn't
That's
wasn't
not P hat minus P hat?
No,
One
it's
minus-
a P.
Or so what's P? P is, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not thinking X1. My bad. Hold on. So what is?
So I was thinking maybe it is the
What is-
0.743 minus 0.712.
0.743.
That's the P hat 1 minus P hat 2, you think, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just double check quickly here.
Okay, I just got 100%.
So that's it.
Oh, whatever. Show off.
So it's 0.743 minus 0.712, so it's 0.031.
0.031.
0.
Yeah.
0.0. And so okay, so it was 0. So it's essentially it's P hat 1 minus P hat 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense.
So that's our point estimator. So we need to add that on our thing.
Yeah, we need to add that on our Excel sheet.
Uh-huh. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is point estimator
Equals P hat
is
1.
equals to this minus. There you go.
That's strange.
So
But wait, yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, I got you. We're good.
is our friend Gavin still around?
No, I was
He
wondering
showed up one time. Remember last week or a week before?
if he's gonna flunk if he doesn't. I don't know. I don't know if we. I don't know if I don't think we need to. Quite frankly, I don't think we rely on him for our group project.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And Sam, can you send that out? Your final whatever you turned in. That Word
Yeah.
doc,
Let me pull it up.
please. And then when is the next like big due date for us? We need to wait to hear back from him, probably, right?
Yeah. He'll do a feedback.
Let's see, what was it called? Gosh, I have too many documents.
Oh, that document thing.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me go check my thing here.
Design the study, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So should I clear out Gavin Brown in this?
We need to, let's ask our instructor and
Okay.
see what he said before we do that. Because he showed up a week before, and then was it last week? He didn't show up again. So I don't know. But I think if we need to get going on this, we need to just
Yeah. Let's see here. I would be so stressed out, like if I was living a life like that where I just like wasn't doing assignments and stuff, it would just drive me nuts.
It will. That's why I have my computer with me while attending my when I went to St. George, and
Yeah.
that Dixie Center didn't give us the password for the internet. I was not happy.
Yeah, that's not good.
Because
That's-
usually convention center, they have an open Wi-Fi. At least
Yeah.
here in California, I went to our convention center here in Riverside. It's open Wi-Fi. I was able to submit my assignments, even though, and there I was just like, seriously? And then the guy said, oh, I don't know. We don't have Wi-Fi. I was just like, I'm hoping you're not an LDS or else you need to repent to lying to me. 'Cause I can detect it from my computer, but I can't get in because I need a password.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways,
Okay.
our next one. Okay. No, I did that already. I just finished that one. What are you asking me to redo that?
Hey, next week looks like a nice week. We just have the exam. Oh, and a group meeting.
Next week?
Exam.
Hold
Oh,
on,
and
hold on.
collect and describe the data instructions.
I say they better
Oh,
give.
there's an exam.
Hopefully, we have some
Oh,
work on our project.
yeah.
I'm not going anywhere
So-
this week in the next few weeks, so.
The collect and describe the data submission will be in week 12. So week after next.
Mhm. After Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So he extended the exam until, oh boy, that's the 20th or the 22nd?
The last day is the 22nd, so the day before Thanksgiving.
I thought he said he'll extend that until the end of the
Maybe
week.
if he's going to, he hasn't done it yet. It still says the 20th to the 22nd.
Yeah, that's what I see too. But I hope he extended because I need to go back to every videos that I have to watch.
Yeah. He might be changing it.
So our my economics, I did the integrity exam. You
Mhm.
don't get the automatic score. So right after your exam, you don't get the score. So does he needs to review that?
On which
I was just like, oh, why is he not sending me my grade?
that's Econ 151 or 150?
150.
Trying to look back at mine. I don't even know which. What was it called again? It's
integrity exam.
integrity exam.
Yeah, I did the exam. Did Sam get frozen?
He looks like it, or he's really chilling out.
The integrity exam is where you video yourself taking the exam. And you can't leave your post.
Oh, one of those things. I never. Never mind. I don't know because I always did it proctored, so I guess I don't know.
Well, I have a proctor, but she's out of town. All the stress that will causing me and shorten my study time. So I
got a really good.
Requested
I got a really good grade in econ, the first one.
Did you enroll the second one?
What's that?
Did you enroll the second one?
Yeah.
I was just looking back. This was back when I cared about getting A's, and I got a 97.4% in econ the first class.
I'm pulling like a 92% right now.
And then econ.
It's not easy. Yeah.
Econ 151, I think I got a B.
So.
But I just cared about getting a B. I got an 86% in 151, but it was just more of my lack of motivation.
Yeah, I'm at the point where want to finish the semester, and if I'm passing, I'm gonna be happy.
Yeah, that's what I look. It's like no one cares about my GPA. I have experience. I'm not like some kid with no experience. Needs
Right.
to sit on my GPA. I just want to have a piece of paper. So that's probably not a great attitude. But
Did
oh, well.
you
Yeah.
email?
I feel ya.
Did you send out that information, Sam?
Yeah, I just sent it out.
Oh, okay. It's on my. Okay. Thank you.
But it does have Gavin in there, so we need to find out if we need to readjust
Yeah,
that.
That's what I just wanted to see.
I can email him.
That's why we can just know what his job is and if it's something we can absorb or whatever.
And I did have a
Yeah.
question. I had a question about one of those. So the one that Brad, you were saying, what if we just used a computer to get all of the batters that fit the category?
Right.
I didn't know. I didn't change it to that because I didn't know if we did that, what statistical method that would fall under, just using all of them.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I guess I just, if we have the data, like, why would you take a random sample? I guess that's my only thought.
Which I agree. I would think to use all of them too, but I didn't know because like it wouldn't be a simple random sample. I don't know what category it would fall under. So
I guess it's a question we could ask our professor and say, hey, in this case, we have access to 100% of the data. Is that something we should utilize, or should we take a random sample of 100 batters that are over 6 foot and we go from there? I'd probably say let's just clarify it.
Okay, sounds good.
So
I don't know.
I can email him and ask about Gavin. And do you want me to ask him about that question also?
Sure.
Yeah, then we can get that answer too.
So how should I word it?
So I'll just say, with this being baseball and they count everything, we have access to all the data. Doing our estimates, would it make more sense to utilize all the data or to take a random sample of the data?
And if we used all the data, what it would be classified as?
Okay. I'll email him later and see. He usually responds back. And like our econ instructor takes forever. You're sweating already before you get the response.
Our econ instructor, I feel like he's more of a computer than an actual person.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got to get running. So, meet Wednesday, right?
I think so.
Wednesday.
I think that's another one. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll be spending late nights this week to get my head wrapped around the statistics. Then go back to my econ review.
Sorry, when does the exam start? Is the review tomorrow? Is the Wednesday a review?
Thursday.
The exam doesn't open until next Monday.
Right, but is this next? I didn't look.
Thursday and Saturday.
I'm just saying I didn't look ahead. Usually they have a review.
Let's see.
Is this next one a review or is it the one after?
I actually haven't looked either. It looks like it's more information, so I think we'll probably be doing a review next week. Maybe.
Well, he said, hold on.
I don't know.
I think
lesson 20 is review for exam 3.
Yeah, so that will be next week.
Okay, perfect. And then the exam is next week, right? It's not this week?
Yeah.
Yes, next week.
Okay, perfect.
So.
All right, guys.
Okay, well, have a good night.
See you on Wednesday.
All right, you guys too. All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
See you Wednesday.